after several adjournments that we had seen earlier in the day. Let's wait and see if there is going to be discussion or disruption.
Affairs Minister Kiren Rijiju.
Sir, I rise to move the following, that this House do agree with the 17th report of the Business Advisory Committee presented to the House on 22nd July 2026.
प्रश्न यह है कि यह सभा 22 जुलाई 2026 को सभा में प्रस्तुत कार्यमंत्रणा समिति के 17वें प्रतिवेदन से सहमत है। जो सदस्य प्रस्ताव के पक्ष में है वो हाँ कहे, जो सदस्य प्रस्ताव के विपक्ष में है वो ना कहे। मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, प्रस्ताव अनुमोदित किया जाता है।
कुछ कहना चाहते हैं चाहिए और लाखों हजारों लोग आज रास्ते पे गिरे हुए, लाठी चार्ज हो गई है और बहुत से हॉस्पिटल्स में हैं और उनके माँ बाप परेशान हैं। इसीलिए मैं आपसे विनती करता हूँ, उनका रिजिग्नेशन पहला लीजिए, डिस्कशन शुरू कीजिए। हम तैयार हैं डिस्कशन के लिए। इस्तीफा जरूर होना चाहिए और जब तक आप इस्तीफा नहीं दिलाएंगे डिस्कशन शुरू नहीं होगा।
सर ऑपोजिशन विपक्ष का व्यवहार बहुत ही गैर जिम्मेदाराना है, बहुत ही गैर जिम्मेदाराना है। ये न चर्चा चाहते हैं न ही हाउस को चलने देना चाहते हैं। पहले इन्होंने कहा कि आप पेपर लीक पर चर्चा करो और सरकार ने कहा कि हम नीट पर चर्चा करेंगे, हर विषयों पर चर्चा करेंगे, उसके लिए हम तैयार हैं। लेकिन आज इन्होंने अपनी डिमांड बदल दी और इस्तीफे की बात करने लगे। हमने
House is adjourned. We will meet again by 2 p.m. today. जोड़ के हम अनुरोध करना चाहते हैं कि आप भी तय कीजिए कब चर्चा शुरू करना है। हम तैयार हैं, लेकिन आप कंडीशन लगा करके बहाना मत बनाइए, क्योंकि अगर आप कंडीशन लगाता है, आप एक्सक्यूज देते हैं, इसका मतलब सब समझ जाते हैं कि आप चर्चा से भागना चाहते हैं। हम चाहते हैं कि जितना लंबा हो, जितना बोलना चाहता है, 1 दिन 2 दिन नीट पेपर देश भर में जितने राज्यों में आज तक पेपर लीक हुए हैं, सबका सब चर्चा हो जाए और सरकार ने क्या कदम उठाया है उसको लेकर के भी पूरा देश के सामने में हम बताना चाहते हैं। इसलिए फिर से हम अनुरोध करना चाहते हैं, आज एनडीए के सारे साथियों ने प्रदर्शन भी किया, मांग किया कि तुरंत नीट पेपर लीक पर चर्चा हो और देश भर में अध्यक्ष महोदय, ये कोई सरकार कोई पार्टी का विषय नहीं है। आज तक जितने राज्यों में पेपर लीक हुए हैं, किसी भी एग्जाम का पेपर लीक हुए हैं, सबके लिए चर्चा होना अत्यंत आवश्यक है। हम इसमें राजनीति ना करें, एकजुट में युवाओं के लिए, छात्रों के लिए हम एकजुट हो जाए और लोकसभा में जितना जल्दी चर्चा हो देश के लिए अच्छा है। मैं फिर से अनुरोध करना चाहता हूं कि बिना विलंब के हम नीट पेपर लीक पर चर्चा शुरू करें।
धन्यवाद। अन्य सदस्यगण, सरकार भी इस सदन में आपके जो विषय है या छात्र युवाओं के साथ जुड़ा हुआ विषय है, इसके ऊपर चर्चा करना चाहते हैं। इसमें कोई दो राय नहीं है, आप भी साथ है, सरकार भी साथ है, लेकिन कोई प्री कंडीशन जो आप ऐसे बार बार स्टिकर, पोस्टर, बैनर लेकर के सदन का जो कार्रवाई बाधित करे, ये उचित नहीं है। माननीय सदस्यगण, माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, कोई माननीय सदस्यों द्वारा कुछ विषयों पर स्थगन प्रस्ताव की सूचनाएं प्राप्त हुई है। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी ने स्थगन प्रस्ताव की किसी भी सूचना के लिए अनुमति प्रदान नहीं की है। आप काइंडली गो टू योर सीट प्लीज। आप अपने सीट पर जाकर बैठिए। सभा पटल पर रखने जाने वाले पत्र आइटम नंबर 2 श्री अजय तमता जी।
महोदय, आपकी अनुमति से मैं संसदीय कार्यसूची के क्रम संख्या 2 पर मेरे नाम के उल्लेखित पत्रों को सदन के पत्रों पर रखता हूं।
आइटम नंबर 3 महासचिव।
Sir, I have to report a message from Rajya Sabha regarding appointment of 2 members of Rajya Sabha to the Joint Committee on the Constitution 129th Amendment Bill 2024 and the Union Territories Laws Amendment Bill 2024.
Item number 4, Sri Balasariji.
I raise to present the Hindi and English versions of the 48, 49 and 50 and 51 reports of the Public Accounts Committee 2026-27 as listed against my name in today's list of business at serial number 4.
Item number 5, Sri Biplab Kumar Dev.
Sir, I rise to present the third report Hindi or English version of the Committee on Absence members for the sitting for the House as listed against my name as serial number 5 in today's order paper. Thank you.
Item number 6, Sri B. Mehtab ji.
Honorable Chair, I rise to present a copy of the report, Hindi and English version, on the bill, the Securities Market Code 2025.
Well, even as we speak, Rajya Sabha got adjourned again till 2 p.m. after the repeated disruptions which were happening. Even as we speak, we were getting you live visuals and the proceedings of the Lok Sabha, where there is chants and chorus of Chhatro ko Nyay do and Istifa do for the Education Minister. But despite that, the Speaker and the Chair seems to be trying to power on to ensure that there is some kind of work, some kind of debate. But very clearly, the opposition has made it very clear. They've drawn the battle line, saying no resignation, no discussion. Let me go across to Pragya. Pragya, the Prime Minister earlier in the day had come out and said that there is going to be fast-track courts and that the paper leak mafia is not going to be spared. But the opposition's made it very clear. They don't want just justice. They also want swift action and accountability. And that too must start from the Education Minister. Will this kind of what they call platitude, as the opposition calls it from the Prime Minister, help with the proceedings in the Parliament?
Well, Meghna, it looks like the opposition is adamant that they need resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. It looks like that the only victory in whole of this drama for opposition is having the resignation of Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan. They also know that Prime Minister doesn't work in this way. They also know that this government doesn't come under pressure. But what government needs to do is to take stringent steps to ensure there is a transparency and there are no paper leaks, which it is doing, and it is also showing to the people and also to the opposition. And this is why Mr. Rijiju time and again standing in front of the whole opposition saying that we need to debate this. Please, have the suggestions, in front of us also, and we will also be enriched by the suggestions, and we will try to work constructively, along with the opposition on such important and sensitive matters. But it looks like the opposition has got handle on an agenda right now against government, and they're trying to weaponize it. This is exactly what the government is saying, that you're trying to weaponize this issue, and you're using students right now. Because if you're serious about the future of the students, you will also come on the floor of the House and you will discuss it. But opposition has made it very clear. DMK, remember, is not part of that particular group that had met Speaker and said that we only want resignation and then discussion. In fact, there was DMK. The DMK did not go there. There was Samajwadi Party's Akhilesh Yadav. There was NCP Supriya Sule. There was Rahul Gandhi. IUML left parties, all were there, and they have communicated to the Speaker that they do not want, any sort of discussion before resignation. It looks like that this stalemate, I think this is not going to be resolved very soon. Government also knows this. So the only option that the government right now has either to work amid this din.
Well, even as we speak, Lok Sabha has been adjourned. Pragya, there you have it. The government says that we are ready for discussion and debate. The Congress-led opposition, most of the opposition parties at least, are saying that we want first the resignation of the Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan first. But even as we speak, again, Pragya, it seems that both houses have been adjourned till 2 p.m. Again, very little expected to happen. What is going to be the government strategy? Will they allow this kind of a washout day after day after day? The Parliament, the entire monsoon session is going to be a washout. Do they have a Parliament strategy to bring the opposition leaders on the table?
Well, government has definitely a strategy, and in fact, they strategize every day. In fact, they also know what, they also try to reach out to the opposition, Meghna, and they also know that this week at least the opposition won't let them function. But now it has become an ego issue of Rahul Gandhi, who will sat on dharna in front of Prime Minister residence, and therefore the Congress will not relent from its own demand of having resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan first. This is very clear, has been made very clear to the government now. What the government can do is pass all the legislative business amid the din. Amid this whole chaos, what government can do is, because you need to pass business, and this is why the session sits. And this is exactly what government is going to do. And, opposition, they are also exposing in a way, Meghna, the government is also exposing opposition right now, saying that we wanted a debate, they wanted a debate, we could have come out with a solution, but they were only, also politicizing this issue, has no intent of solving this. So, this is also an opportunity for the government to expose opposition. Now it is opposition.
In fact, you're right about that. Stay with us, Pragya. In fact, that is the next big breaking news that is coming in. Opposition has upped the ante against the government, but very interestingly, it's not all the opposition parties. The DMK, the BJP are keeping their distance from the opposition's demand that first they need a resignation, only then will there be discussions. They are saying that no discussion, no resignation is a demand which essentially is being raised by the Congress party. The opposition has conveyed this very clearly, that for them, the decision, they have conveyed it very clearly to the speaker that for them, debate can be after the resignation. But let's discuss. So, Pragya, as you were pointing out, there is a possibility that there is a rift within the opposition ranks. In fact, it's not a possibility. Akhilesh Yadav yesterday said it on the floor of the House himself, that wo sab chalta rahega, resignation chalta rahega. First, let's have a discussion. Let me speak first. So all of this is now coming out in the open, not just the Samajwadi Party, the DMK, the BJD. All of these are part of the opposition benches, but not on the same page.
There is also a difference and drift in what the opposition is thinking right now. In DMK, after Tamil Nadu election, they are keeping a very safe distance from Congress now. And this is exactly the reason why they did not become part of the coalition, India coalition, that went to meet. In fact, whatever they need to demand, they will go separately and demand it. But having said that, Congress also, has an issue that DMK has not come with them. In fact, when we were speaking to few of the Congress leaders, they are saying that we should have been united, but it looks like that DMK has distanced itself from our India alliance partner. This is a sentiment that many of the Congress MPs has right now. And in fact, when all the opposition parties met speakers, they have categorically told him that there is going to be no discussion on NEET. We need resignation of Dharmendra Pradhan first. Mr. K.C. Venugopal himself came out and said that this is the demand that all the opposition party collectively has made a speaker.
Well, this is going to be very interesting. There are more breaking news also which is coming in. Protesters are now demanding the resignation of the Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. In fact, that protest is also gathering pace as we speak. There are several central universities which have posted messages in his support while that is happening. So it's very interesting. There was a post which came out from the Delhi University earlier. Now you have Shamlal College of Delhi University also displaying "We Stand with Dharmendra Pradhan's" poster, while Guru Ghasidas Vishwavidyalaya of Bilaspur has argued that a minister should not be punished for the actions of those responsible for the paper leaks, comparing it to blaming God for human mistakes. Let me go across to Kritika. Kritika, very interesting parallel narrative there coming in. Universities coming out to back the education minister, saying it's not his fault, it's perhaps the NTA or the paper leak cheats, but not the education minister.
Well, absolutely, Meghna. This is quite a stance that some colleges under DU and also under other central universities that are taking. As far as DU is concerned, Shamlal College as well as the Shahid Bhagat College has put up these posts declaring their support for Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan. And this particular university based in Bilaspur, which comes under central universities, also has in fact now questioned why isn't NTA chairman being targeted and only Education Minister. They're justifying this form of a questioning by stating that Mr. Dharmendra Pradhan, as the Education Minister, has reformed the entire education system, has brought in the right history, and even God makes mistakes, should God be punished as well. So you're seeing this slew of, in fact, similar looking AI-generated posters that are being put up by different colleges across the country. We'd also seen how on the 21st, there was a letter written by the Association of Indian Universities to all vice chancellors and directors of central universities in the country, appealing them to mentor students and counsel students in this time, to ask them to focus on their studies and listen to their grievances in a way. And of course, we're also seeing this narrative of how, which is currently being built, is also similar to what we saw during the time of the CBSE's on-screen marking fiasco, wherein officers were reaching out to school principals.
But has there been a similar outreach, Kritika, in this case as well at the time of CBSE's OSM? You're absolutely right. Schools said that they were asked to stand in support with the entire OSM system, with the NTA, with the CBSE at the time. But in this case, was there any outreach? Were the universities asked to stand in solidarity or else take some kind of a stand publicly?
Well, currently the appeal that the Indian Association of Universities has made pertains more towards, in fact, making sure that the children, making sure that the students are counseled to remain focused on their studies amid the protests that are currently taking place. And in fact, what is also being asked by this post is on referring to the Prime Minister's reassurance about how future exams would be fair, transparent and secure. So that is one communication that on record has been made. However, the factors are behind definitely a lot of colleges putting up similar posts does point towards a form of an overhaul outreach. But at this moment, we cannot confirm it with certainty. However, what we can confirm is that multiple colleges, not just those falling under Delhi University, but also across the country, are also putting up really similar posts.
Well, very interesting. Keep tracking the developments on that front. We are going to keep coming back to you for more updates on that, Kritika. So, university standing up in defense of the Education Minister. Meanwhile, there are others who are making their voices heard, joining in the Justice for NEET students chorus. And this time around, it is some of the topmost celebrities of Bollywood, the latest prominent personalities who have extended support to the peaceful students. Our actor Alia Bhatt, who has shared an emotional message. She's backed the students' cause. In fact, she's written that the events of the last few days have broken her heart. She's also praised the students' courage and the resolve, and has ended her message with a message saying, for the students, by the students. Their future is theirs. Well, there's also, earlier you had actor Salman Khan last night. He's also expressed his support for the students as well. That is what he had put out on his post as well. He had backed the student support as well. So interestingly, we've had several celebrities coming out and voicing their support. Of late, we have seen that going in. But before that, I'm going to be going across to Hina Gambhir and getting you more of these reactions from celebrities. Before that, let me go across to Arunil, who's joining us as well from Mumbai. Arunil, a lot of these star celebrities now feel the need that they should come out and stand in support of the students, but they have, many of them, also condemned the violence which was unleashed, especially on journalists, especially those in Times Now as well.
Well, certainly, yes. Meghna, good afternoon to you. Led by actor Salman Khan, many of these Bollywood celebrities as well as cricketers have also posted in favor of students. Salman Khan, in fact, mentioned that the entire credit goes to students. This is a students' movement and it should not be politicized. This is what Salman Khan said. Actress Huma Qureshi was there at the protest site. Shabana Azmi, actress Nasruddin Shah as well. All of them basically have spoken very vociferously in favor of this students' protest. When it comes to other actors as well, Dilkut Salman is there, Pooja Bhatt, many of the actors from different film industries, pan-India, beat the film industries in South as well as from Bollywood as well. They have tweeted, they have given their support on Instagram. Many of them have gone to Jantar Mantar to give their support to the protest. by the students as well as by the CJP.
Absolutely. There are those like Shabana Azmi, many of them have gone to Jantar Mantar themselves. On the other hand, many who are showing their support to the students on social media. Hina, can you tell us who are they?
Well, from celebs to cricketers to activists, many have started pouring in their support for students protesting at Jantar Mantar. This post, in fact, has come from Salman Khan. It's a long post, in fact, Meghna, that he has put out. But let me take our viewers to the main point here. He says, it was such a peaceful movement. Feel so sad that it had to take a violent turn. My heart goes out to the students and their families who were hurt. Paper leak is a very serious issue, and I'm glad to know and see that the kids of our country have come together for a better educational system, and their parents supported them. I truly appreciate the stand they have taken, showing dedication, sincerity and keenness to study hard and make their future and a greater educated India. He's also said this Andolan, this protest is the right way to go about it, and students have done this peacefully, so courageous and brave, driven and motivated towards education. This generation will make India proud. It's a long post that he has put out. Then you've got people like Shikhar Dhawan as well, who've also come out, in fact, in support of the students protesting peacefully. The students who've been there for the last few weeks. Shikhar Dhawan has said, हमारे यूथ हमारे देश का फ्यूचर है, उनके सपनों को समझाना जो है जरूरी है, पर साथ ही मुश्किल वक्त में पेशेंस रखना और देश की इंस्टीट्यूशंस और सरकार पर भरोसा बनाए रखना भी उतना ही जरूरी है. मेरा मानना है कि हर चैलेंज का सॉल्यूशन पेशेंस से ही निकलता है. भारत हमेशा आगे बढ़ा है और आगे ही बढ़ता रहेगा. This one is more like a balancing act, saying that it is important to find a solution, but he's also supporting the youth, the students of this country, the future of this country. Back to you.
Well, thank you so much for getting us all those details. Very interestingly that we have many of the celebrities now coming up. And I'm going to read out Salman Khan's post, because that is very interesting. He has very categorically backed the peaceful protests and the peaceful protest by the students. And he's also said that his heart is broken, that this peaceful protest was taking such a violent turn. In fact, that's exactly what he has said. In fact, let me show you what some of these stars have been saying about it. Well, this is what Salman Khan has said. He said peaceful protest has taken a violent turn, that he feels very sad about it, that his heart goes out to the injured students, that paper leak is a very serious issue, he says, and kids of our country have come together, and he is happy to see that the students have shown courage as well as dedication, that this generation will make India proud. In fact, that the issue between students and education system must be resolved. This issue should not be hijacked politically, and this is a very important point that he's made. There should be no political hijacking of the entire issue. I'm sure the government will give them all the support that is required. And these are the kind of appeals which are coming in. Alia Bhatt as well. Cricketers have been coming in, celebrities as well. Many of them putting out posts like this, saying that we are sure that there's going to be a way forward, but we salute the courage of the students who are peacefully carrying out these protests. Also saying that it's unfortunate that there are some violent turns, which this entire movement has said, that there are those who are instigating the students, and it should not be politicized. The students should essentially not be used as props for any political agenda. Well, this is the kind of support which is coming in, and this is going to be one of our top focus stories here on Times Now. With that, we slip into a short break.